Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just got finished setting up my craft table for my upcoming craft shows. What I like to do is kind of do a preliminary setup just to kind of see where everything fits in, see if I have enough product to be sold, and then kind of just organize my table and kind of get it to look, I think, the best that it can be. So I thought I'd kind of go into a little more detail about what I did, and you can kind of see some of my tips and things that I use to set up a table. I have a whole craft show prep series up on my YouTube channel that you can take a look at too, that will show you how I've been preparing for craft shows, and I also have some blog posts as well too that talk about my first craft show, what I used to set up for that, and I have a lot of helpful links, and I also have a craft show checklist that I use that's really helpful to make sure that I don't forget anything when I get ready to go to the shows. So let me go ahead, and I'm just going to give you, this is kind of the total look of the table. I'm trying to keep everything kind of light on the table as far as products. I want to kind of spread everything out to kind of let things breathe a little bit so that people can see kind of my style of greeting cards, and then kind of see how the colors pop, and then they can not get too overwhelmed with a lot of different types of things. So I basically have just greeting cards, a few journals, and some card sets and tags, and I'll give you a closer look as we get closer here. So over here I have this spinner rack, and I just have one card in each slot, and it's a combination of birthday cards and then just a lot of encouragement cards, just a note type cards. I tried to keep the types of cards I have simple too. In the past, I've done a lot of different occasions and holidays and that kind of thing. And aside from the seasonal things like Christmas and that type of thing, Halloween, I'm really trying to keep it just down to cards that somebody would send to somebody to encourage them, or just like a thank you card, and then a few birthday cards mixed in, because otherwise it kind of gets overwhelming and people are looking for specific cards, and I kind of just want to keep it as my cards are kind of like ones that you would send to somebody, just as a friend or something like that. Nothing too specific, so that way it kind of makes it easier for me to create. And everybody is usually looking for a card. Oh, I just want to send a note to my friend to thank her for something, or I want to send a quick get well card or something like that. So I kind of just kept it real simple as far as occasions are concerned. So this is my spinner rack here, and then I also have over on this display kind of some cards that are specific for the season. So right now we're in summertime, and I have a few graduation cards here for people. Come Christmas time, I'll have Christmas cards up, or fall, back in the fall, I'll have some fall cards set up. But right now I have more kind of a summer theme, and then some graduation cards. And then down below I have some of my shaker tags that have sold pretty well in the past, so I thought I'd have a few of those on hand. I also have backups of everything so that I can replenish the display as people buy the cards. And then let me bring you over here. This is a smaller card display that has some of my card packs. So I have a few just like slimline cards, and then some card packs of 10, like the 4-bar cards that people can purchase too. So I'm just kind of trying to see what people like, if people like to buy groupings of cards, so I don't have too many of those. And then these displays are really nice. I'll have a link to those. They're very simple. They're made of wood, and there's like a little bit of lucite on the bottom here. And they're just a nice kind of simple way to display your greeting cards, so it kind of puts the card in the spotlight rather than the display. And then I also have a basket with a few of my journals in them. This is the first time I'll be selling journals at a craft show, and I thought I'll just have a few, see what people like, and kind of go from there as far as if I want to make more for shows. I have a sign down here too that kind of explains a little bit about what they are and how people can use them, because I think sometimes it gets a little people might get confused as to, like, what do I do with this? Because these are junk journals. So as you know, they have a lot of, like, lots of different types of pages in them, and not a ton of writing pages, but they're kind of meant for people to kind of find places to write in little secret pockets and that kind of thing. So, so this kind of explains it a little bit, and then I can go into more detail. And I had a video showing how I packaged up my products. And so I have all my journals in these plastic sleeves, which I think will be nice, because then people won't be worried about picking them up and looking through them, because they'll be protected on the outside. So that'll be nice. And then I also have just a few other of my older journals here. People just like to, they're kind of more of like a photo journals that you can put photos in. So I have a couple of those. Let's see. And then over here is kind of my information section. I've talked about this before. This was a photo book that I made of some of my previous cards and journals that I've made in the past. And this way people can kind of look through and see what other things I've made and some offerings that I have on my Etsy shop, because I do offer custom products too. So if somebody wants a custom made card or journal, I can do that over at the shop. So then they'll be directed over there, and they can take a look over there. So, but this is just kind of nice to see what other things I have. I have some business cards here. I also have just a little description of who I am and how my cards and other paper crafts are created. And then I have a newsletter sign up over here, because I thought it would be nice to have a local newsletter for people that kind of go around to the craft shows, and maybe if they want to know where I'm going to have my things next, or just want to know a little bit about, kind of behind the scenes crafting and that kind of thing, they can sign up for that too. So let me just pan out again, and I'll kind of show you the whole thing. I just have a basic tablecloth too, just over the top of I think this is a 5-foot table. And I'm also, for the outdoor shows that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be having a tent too. So that'll be nice to kind of protect everything. And so that's it. So let me know if you have any questions about anything I have displayed here. I'm really excited to get started doing craft shows again. I know we were kind of on hold for a while, but everything has really picked up. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I love being out in the community, meeting other artists, and just kind of learning about what other people do too. It's just a really fun environment. So if you haven't tried a craft show, you definitely should. Like I said, I have some blog posts over on my blog about, my first craft show, and some great helpful links, and there's even like a podcast that's really helpful on getting you started on pricing your products and everything too. So you can definitely take a look at all that. So thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.